Okay, before giving talk, we will pay respect Buddha by reciting in the Bodhisatta 3 times. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, now we are teaching how Bodhisatta practice Vāritta Sīla, the Sīla to avoid. We will continue that. The Buddha trying to have a compassion, even not to have anger, even in a dream, not to have anger even in a dream. So because of this, didn't do any killing. So in this way, he avoid killing. So about the adinnādānā, stealing. Bodhisatta usually Bodhisatta is usually happy by doing a benefit for the others. Because of that, about the others' property, he thought like a poisonous snake. Why not touch with a stealing mind? So, yeah, like for the Bhikkhus, cannot steal others' property. So, in the teaching, give a recommendation not to touch others' expensive things, especially. If there is a mind wishing to steal, so not to have problems. So not to touch. So not to touch jewels, not to touch money, like expensive things. So to avoid even stealing in mind. So like a poisonous snake, he thought. So next one about the methuna, kāmesu-micchācārā or abrahmacariyā, about the sex. So in many lives, as a ascetic, as a Bhikkhu, have been avoided longer time. This is a kind of practice, sex, we call it abrahmacariyā. No superior practice, no noble practice. It is in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta said, you know, it is lower. Gamo, the practice of villagers, not the practice of the one who do renunciation. No practice of noble persons. It is a bottle-janika, ordinary persons' things. So many lives have been avoided. So not only real sex, even like a massaging of women. So not trying to enjoy. Even speaking loudly, laughing loudly with the ladies, they don't enjoy. So those are to practice So if possible, especially for the practitioners. So we may see something, we may eat something. Yeah, because of needed, we need to do those. So by doing according to needs, sometimes we may happen to enjoy. This is unavoidable. But some cases for the practitioners, not needed. But to have ability to avoid, so need ways to stay. So not only that, by seeing with the ladies, by seeing each other, not enjoy, didn't enjoy, avoid. So by listening, crying in sound, singing in sound, laughing in sound of ladies in the abrahmacariyā world, didn't enjoy. So for some, although they are not doing sex, but they have been to enjoy those sounds. So it is a beginning point of breaking some morality. So those also need to avoid. So Bodhisatta avoid. So another thing is in the past, not now. So remembering what have been done with a lady, like speaking or laughing or playing. So just by thinking about the past, did I enjoy in this way? So another thing, some people, maybe rich man or rich man is a son. So with a lot of sensualities, so enjoying life. By seeing those, not trying to enjoy. Some are, yeah, personally not enjoying those kind of life, but by seeing other people's enjoyment with a lot of sensualities, so wishing in the mind, it is also not good. So, so to avoid those enjoyment, look down or may go away in the forest is better. So one Bhikkhu, there is one Bhikkhu practicing in the beside of mountain, but in the ceremony time, he felt young people wearing different ornaments, clothes, adorning themselves. So they came together, playing music, singing and laughing. Bhikkhu, beside the mountain, staying alone, hearing and seeing all these things, become very sad. Only me alone, like not useful. So he cried. At that time, the Deva who loved Bhikkhus make a suit. Oh, you are useful person. They are enjoying because of delusion. So because of no understanding, they do enjoyment. They are not useful. You continue your practice. So sometimes I like that. So personally, not enjoy, but by seeing others' enjoyment in mind, satisfying or crying, I don't know. So, but I need to avoid. So next one is practicing holy love by wishing they were real. So like Bande Nanda, in the Buddha time. So the Buddha showed him female devas because he is attaching his wife, human wife. Once he saw they were female, all royalty was gone. So his mind changed to they were female. So no anymore attaching into the human lady. So so the Buddha trying to remove his thorn, the old thorn with new thorn. But a new thorn is having, but it is a newly putting inside, easy to remove. So at that time, the Buddha told him, if you want to get a deva female, come to my dispensation and practice. You will get those. By wishing in deva female, he practiced. But in the other side, the Buddha told the senior bhikkhus, Nanda Prince are practicing in my dispensation because of female deva. So senior bhikkhus blame, oh, Nanda princess are like workers, like slaves, working for the female deva. So workers or slaves are, because of food, because of dwelling, they have to work. So in the same way, Nanda prince are practicing because of sensuality. So it is a kind of slave, a kind of worker. So the slave of craving. So those practicing is by wishing they were life. But Bodhisatta trying to avoid this kind of practice. So because of this, not only real sex, even small, like say small sex, he trying to avoid. So about the kāmesu-micchācārā, he become very safe. So even a small thing, if he can avoid about the other's wife, seriously will avoid. So sometimes he think, let it die, may not do this kind of sex with the other's wife, like that. So this is about the kāmesu-micchācārā he practice. So even with the mind, he has said, even with the mind about the other's wife, so not trying to enjoy. So normal people may think, oh, with the mind, not much problem or this or that. But Bodhisatta, so even with the mind, trying to avoid. So this is about the kāmesu-micchācārā. Next one, about the musāvāda, not saying untrue the speech. So saying through the speech. Not breaking others' unity, others' love. Make other people united. So lovely speech, careful speech, he practiced. So in the same way about the mind, not wishing others' property, not having anger to destroy others' benefits, not trying to have a wrong view. If someone explain with a reason about the karma and karma result, so not hold his view strongly if it is wrong. So not having a wrong view. If someone have a right view, have a morality. He's trying to love. He's trying to have a metta towards them. So, avoiding the way to go to awful states, stand on the way to go to the realm. So, because of this, Bodhisatta's bodily action, bodily action is very pure. So, because of this, everything he wishes, so can get easily. Pāramī, his Pāramī is fulfilled. Okay, next one is gaining benefits because of avoiding evil, avoiding misconduct. Number one, avoiding pāṇātipāta. Because of avoiding pāṇātipāta, so can produce metta easily, can get 11 benefits of metta, like I can sleep well, can wake up well, will have a good dream, will be protected by the devas. Will be protected by the devas, will be loved by many, and will have a clear face. Will concentrate easily, will have a good destination, not be effective, find the poison, find the weapons, maybe already 11, I don't know. Okay, so those are benefits of metta because of avoiding pāṇātipāta that you can gain. Another thing is that no disease or very less disease, long life, many happiness, so can get because of avoiding pāṇātipāta. So some people we see with a lot of disease, short life. So those are reasons because of killing, because of harming. So being a long life, being a healthy, being a lot of happiness is a good result of avoiding pāṇātipāta. So some people, even themselves, they want to kill because of anger, not happy in the life. So by saying many reasons, actually, those are similar to other people. So even own self, for own self, they become enemy. So for those who has done a lot of pāṇātipāta or who are gaining a result produced by killing. So another thing is the fingers, I want to say, toe or big toe. So those things long, round and long. It is a sign of not killing. If someone hold weapons, so while we short fingers, so not beautifully. So as a result, it can be short life. So so in this way, Bodhisatta trying to have a metta and trying to avoid the killing. By doing so, that they have it of anger, they have it of brutal, cruelty is removed. So next one, avoiding adinnādānā. So because of avoiding adinnādānā, his properties can't be destroyed by the enemies. Enemies are usually mentioned: government, water, fire, thieves, bad inheritors. Usually mentioned, those are enemies, can be more, but generally. So cannot be, his properties cannot be destroyed by those things. So because of avoiding adinnādānā. So Gaining properties also can enjoy. Other people don't think in the wrong way. Sometimes if we are rich, other people may think, oh, maybe doing business in the wrong way, like that. So for the Bodhisatta, because of avoiding adinnādānā, other people don't think in this way. Many people love him, dependent on him, believe on him. So this is because of avoiding adinnādānā. So those are good results we should get in life. So if so, we should avoid stealing. So about the properties, not attach too much. So it is destroying the habit of greed. The habit of greed. So in this way, he practices. Next one, abrahmacariyā. The low practice. The low practice means sex. So, or kāmesu-micchācārā, avoiding. So because of avoiding this, here's a peaceful person, cool person. The mind is stable. So, yeah, it is a result. Some people think this one is okay to do, but this kind of mind is very shakeable, not stable. So, not peaceful, not cool. So, not loved by many people. So, it is a kind of ugly things in a hidden place. Have to enjoy. So don't have to do in front of people. Something low. So why not be esteemed by many people? So people may have a doubt, may have a suspicion. So may not be famous with a good name. So but Bodhisatta didn't do. So being loved by many, esteemed, no suspicious. So have gains with a good, have a fame or famous with a good name. So about the ladies, about the women, no attachment. No attachment. So with a stable mind, he can walk. So yeah, some people are attaching too much to the lady. So to the woman, it is a problem. So because of this, we should practice avoiding abrahmacariyā or kāmesu-micchācārā. Even in lay people, from time to time, like 4 times a month, take a precept, or 8 times a month. So, yeah, like a 1 day renunciation. 1 week, 1 day renunciation. Should do. So, from 1 day later, become samanera. From the samanera, later become high ordination, Bhikkhu. So, from the normal Bhikkhu, later go to renunciation. Never again in the human world, in the city world. So, so need to cut off those habits. So Bodhisatta do in this way. Because of this, so renunciation desire, we always having. You know, although he is a king, he is a rich man, want to go to renunciation. So the mind not stick on the properties, on the enjoyment, on the sensualities. Okay, next one, avoiding musāvāda. Because of avoiding musāvāda, many people believe in So respect him. So people want to follow his speech. You get influence. So being loved by devas, having good smell from the mouth. You know, some people from the mouth have a bad smell. So some just not have a bad smell. So sometimes they even may have a good smell, like that, because of avoiding musāvāda. So need to practice. Nowadays, people, I think, a lot of musāvāda. So even vaccination, should I do vaccine? Should be vaccinated or should not be? Then they want. Do they want to sell or making economy or not? We have to think a lot. Although news are announcing, repeating again and again, so people are difficult to believe. So because of not believing each other, so we have many problems. So even vaccination go bad, some people are confused. So although some people are saying, giving a recommendation to be vaccinated, so become very difficult. Someone say should do, someone say should not do, like that. So I don't know, they really believe or they are just harming each other. So people become very confused. So it is not good for the world, for the individuals. So for their own self, it can cause no influence to the people. So no believable person will not respect, will not be loved by many people. So we should avoid. If we can avoid those things, although we are inhuman, although we are in deva, we are a higher person, superior person. So we should do that. So Bodhisattas, body hair, in the one hole, just one hair. It is the sign of avoiding musāvāda. You may check your body hair. We may check our body hair. How many hair in a one hole? So if many hair in a one hole, so although the things one thing, you may say this, you may say that. So if so, what will be two hair in one hole or three hair in one hole? So for the Bodhisatta, one hole is just one hair. No, so beautifully rising up, turn in the crosswise. Oh yeah. So facing into the face, facing up, like seeing a face. So that means that this man is a superior person, believable person, so respectable person. So even in the body, there are some signs. So it is cutting a kind of habit, which is dadi, which is a kilesa. So next one, avoiding divisive or slander speech, like breaking others' unity. So, or to be loved by giving information. So this kind of speech is called Visuna Vacha. So because of avoiding slander speech, harsh speech, Bodhisatta's body is undestroyable. No one can destroy. No one can kill him, his body. So Mara or Deva or Devadatta, they're trying to kill a Buddha or Bodhisatta, but the Bodhisatta's body is undestroyable. In many lives, he has practiced not speak, didn't speak, slander speech, didn't break others' unity. So he has surrounding people, his groups. It is also undestroyable. So they have a faith, stable friends, good friends. So being loved by many people. So by avoiding slander speech, they're trying to cut his defilements. So nowadays, in the news or some news, maybe doing this kind of speech a lot. So trying to break others' unity. So, but it is dangerous. They may think they are clever, but it is not the way of being clever. So we suffer in the long run. So next one, avoiding harsh speech. Avoiding harsh speech. So because of this, being loved by many people, the person is cool, peaceful. So always have a sweet speech. Being praised by many. So have a good sound. Good sound, being complete with 8 factors, but I cannot remember. Something the sound is around, having an echo, not going beyond the audience, enough for the audience, sweet, enjoyable to listen. So enjoyable sound, something like that he has. So it is because of not using harsh speech. So we should practice to have a sweeter sound, just one sound, audience proud. So we should be. So in this way, so what is the way to go? Yeah, we should avoid harsh speech. Next one, avoiding useless speech. Useless speech. Many people like to say a lot of speaking. So it seems to be nice, but not really nice. So being loved or esteemed by many people, respectable person. So many people trying to follow his speech. Usually speech carefully. So if someone asks questions, can answer quickly. So the knowledge can penetrate quickly because I'm not wasting others' time. But if you have done by saying this and that, useless speech, it is wasting the time. So because of this, if you want to think something, the mind cannot penetrate, cannot know quickly. You may know some people can think very quickly. So doing so, we should avoid useless speech. So with one kind of speech, Magadha or Magadi speech, Magadha language, or noble person's language. The Buddha give a thought. But the beings, people understand with a different language. No need to translate them. So no work for the Bande Pawaratamika. So yeah, with one language, make other people can understand in many languages. So it is also one of the results, avoiding useless speech. So yes, I think successful people, they don't talk much, useless. So we should avoid. Next one, about the mental misconduct, avijja. Avijja is wishing to get others' property, maybe in a wrong way. So trying to get. So it is just thinking, but it is also no good. So do we avoid it? So by avoiding in this way, what benefit can gain? So can get whatever you want easily. So also wish to use those things. Some people, although they have a lot of properties, they don't want to use. They're wearing poor clothes, getting a poor vehicle, eating cheap food. Although they have a lot of money, they cannot use superior ones. So also being allowed, kind of king, Brahmin, rich man. So can get acknowledgement of those, can get acknowledgement as a superior person, not being harmed. So complete body limbs, like eye, ear, nose, complete. So become uncomparable person as a result. So avijja, covetousness, also to be avoided. Next one, Vāritta. Vāritta is ill will, wishing to harm other people, wishing other people to be destroyed. So it is also to avoid, to be avoided. So because of avoiding this one, so many people will see with a lovely eye, with the eye having a metta in the mind. So you may notice some people, once we see them, we hate. So some people, once we see, we love, like that. They didn't do any action, but already they get something love or hate. So some are very lovely. So maybe something I is different from other people. So may say beautiful, so clear. So so being seen, being looked at in a lovely way by many people. So being venerated, being praised. So because he has practiced avoiding ill will, having a metta in mind, seeing other people with a lovely eye. With a lovely eye means by holding metta in the mind, you see. If so, it will be lovely eye. So how to be lovely eye? So not doing a liner, not doing an eyelash longer. So you're trying to have a metta in the mind and look at. So it is seeing in the way, seeing away with the lovely eyes. So you're trying to take photo after practicing metta. So some people say, photo, taking a photo with a smiling eye, not smiling with mouth, smiling with the eye. They take photo. I want to take, I don't know. But here, with a lovely eye, if you want to see, you should try to have a metta in the mind. You should look at. Okay, so this is the result of avoiding airware. Next one, avoiding wrong view. So the Buddha not trying to have a wrong view. If something's wrong, you are relinquish and listen others teaching carefully. So if it is reasonable, so good. If it is a good view, so why not hold? This is my own view. Cannot abandon. Why not do in this way? So the Bodhisatta will abandon if it is a wrong view. So because of avoiding this, having a right view, so has good friends. So if we have a wrong view, we have bad friends, happen to associate with bad friends. If we have a good view, happen to associate with a good friend. So we abandon his life, but we not do evil. So because of understanding karma and karma result, because of understanding as a own property, because of understanding karma is own property, so not have this and that wrong view. So not have a much feng shui. So just understanding karma and karma result. So some people have a lot of feng shui view. So something little but not much, but some a lot. It will not be good. So should believe karma is own property. So stable with the faith. So believing in a Buddha or omniscient knowledge. So just as the golden, I don't know, golden swan, golden bird, golden swan will not be happy in the mud. In the same way, good people will not be happy in the wrong view. So penetrating nature, impermanence, dukkha, suffering, anatta, non-self. So Bodhisatta or the Buddha have navarana jnana. Navarana jnana is knowing whatever he should know, whatever should be known without hindrance. Once the Buddha want to think something, it will appear. So no hindrances. So in any life, in many lives, he is a leader. So a lot of wealth that he has because of right view. So even if he reborn as a deer, the leader deer. So in the same way, even a dog, so cow, he is a leader. Okay, so in this way, the morality is the cause of every achievement. Morality is the beginning practice to be Buddha. So making a value about the Sīla, protect his body, or restrain his body, restrain his speech, restrain his controlling faculties, trying to be pure about the livelihood, about the using properties, deep reflection, like a Bodhisatta. So, yeah, we have properties. For what benefit you use? For what benefit we use? So we should reflect. Just for the needs, we will use things. We will eat. We will stay in the dwelling. So this habit is good. So always having sati sampajanya, mindfulness and wisdom. If we practice more, even the movement we do, stretching, bending. So for what you do stretching, for what you do bending, you need to remember wisely do. So based on needs, based on benefit, you do every action. So in this way, he practiced his morality, his training. So another thing is he practiced morality by thinking that the gains, honors, fames are like enemy with a friendly face. So enemy with the enemy face is not so scary, not so fearful. But enemy with a friendly face is dangerous. So some people like approach us like a friend with a smiling, with a lot of love. We have to think, but finally destroy us. So gains, honors, fames, those are things we love. But sometimes those will destroy us. Because of this, Bodhisatta practiced morality by thinking that those gains, honors, fames are like an enemy with a friendly face. I don't know English, only I can say to understand. So, okay. So in this way, Bodhisatta practice Vāritta Sīla, the Sīla to be avoided. So time is up. We should stop here. Okay. If there is a question, you can ask. After listening your question, I will know whether or not I can answer.
Bhante, there's one question actually over the chat. The question is, Bhante, how can we look to other with a lovely eyes?
Already said. You're trying to send the metta towards him or her, or rather you see, you look at. If so, it means seeing with a lovely eye.
Bhante, the next question by the same brother. What makes metta grows in our minds towards others?
One thing is other people should be lovely person. So another thing is your attention. So what you focus on. So his bodily action, speech, mental action. So which one is good? You should pay attention to that. So if you can pay attention properly, easy to produce metta. So if you cannot pay attention, what is good of him? So you may not be able to produce. So if someone is full of a lot of bad action, so nothing good, So in the teaching, recommended to have a compassion. Those people will not improve in life in the future. Okay, so two things. One is the object, the other is your attention.
Pāramī said all. So sometimes we hear that we need to fulfill the all 10 paramis. But sometimes also say the Bodhisatta need to fulfill micchā and carana. So these two saying is the same or any different? We need to say fulfill the micchā and carana and also fulfill the 10 parami. Is that the same?
Avoidance is for everyone. It is needed. So 10 parami is especially for the Bodhisatta. So for the Bodhisatta, yeah, need to fulfill 10 parami. So also need to fulfill avoidance. Both are needed. Okay, we will do sharing marriage. Idame bonyam.
Idame bonyam.
Asawakayam.
Asawakayam.
Wahang hotu.
Wahang hotu.
Mama bonya bhagam.
Mama bonya bagang.
Sapa sadanam.
Sapa satanang.
Pājemi.
Pājemi.
Desabe.
Desabe.
Mesamam.
Mesamang.
Bonya bhagam.
Bonya bagang.
Labandu.
Labandu.
Sadhu. Sadhu. Sadhu.